The Pakistani Supreme Court has begun deliberations into the financial affairs of the Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's family. It follows leaks from the Panama Papers last year. You'll remember those, revealing a number of his children held offshore accounts that might have been linked to investments in luxury flats here in London. Well, the Prime Minister and his family have denied any wrongdoing. Secunda Kamani has this report from Islamabad.
Revelations from the Panama Paper leaks have been dominating Pakistani headlines for the past year, after they revealed 3 of the Prime Minister's children owned offshore companies. At the centre of the debate are these 4 central London flats owned by companies linked to one of Nawaz Sharif's sons and his daughter. The Prime Minister isn't named himself in the documents, but he still faces questions. Where did the money come from to buy them? And should he have declared them? That's been the subject of a Supreme Court investigation. Nawaz Sharif's daughter, Maryam Nawaz, is widely seen as his political successor. There's been particular focus on her role. Unlike her brothers, she's based in Pakistan, and her opponents have sought to prove that whatever she owns actually comes from her father. The charges against her and the Sharif family have been led by opposition politician Imran Khan.
Never in our history has someone who has been in power has had to come and explain a corruption case in the Supreme Court like Nawaz Sharif right now. It's a defining moment in Pakistan. I think Nawaz Sharif's, he's headed for jail. It's a matter of time.
Do you know who owns the flat?
Well, it's on a rent.
Allegations about the flats have dogged the Sharif family for over a decade. Even after finally admitting ownership, their explanation of how the flats were bought has changed on a number of occasions. Straight after the leaks, the Prime Minister initially said they were bought with money from the sale of family-owned steel mills in 2006. Then the story changed and a letter from a Qatari prince was produced stating shares in the flat were given to Sharif's son as repayment for an earlier investment. Nonetheless, outside the court every day, government ministers have lined up defending the Sharif family.
The contradictory statements that you are mentioning is a good propaganda from political opponents who don't have the democratic standing in the public of Pakistan.
The case being heard here is in many ways unprecedented in Pakistan. The opposition hope it could lead to the disqualification of the Prime Minister, but it could also drag on in the form of another commission. And with a general election due next year, that would place the issue of corruption at the top of the political agenda. Secunda Kamani, BBC News, Islamabad.